So I just had one quick question about the advisors that you mentioned.
Mhm.
As I understand it now, because it's a more kind of legalized, almost trial-like process, the students that are involved can have an advisor represent them in that process, but there's no restriction on who that person can be. So, for example, if somebody wanted their advisor to be their lawyer, they could have a lawyer come to the school process, and it kind of dovetails with what might end up being a criminal process. So what I see, or in some of the discussions that I've had, that can create a huge discrepancy based on somebody's finance level. So if somebody can't afford a lawyer and they're up against somebody who has a high level litigator, it's a completely skewed process. Is that painting it the wrong way, or is that possible in this new
That
framework?
that's very possible. Yes. And I should say that so if we're talking college now, we've got two students in a hearing. They are not allowed to cross-examine each other. That has to happen through an advisor. And yeah, there's obviously some equity issues there. I can tell you that in the state of Colorado, um, so they are working on, and I don't know if there's other folks on the call who are more legal, into the legal stuff than I am, but basically the Attorney General's office is putting together a group of advisors for the state who the colleges can tap into those advisors if they need to in order to adequately represent a student.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it would not be me, frankly. I mean, I can talk Title IX all day, but I do not know anything about the courtroom stuff, and would never, ever pretend to adequately represent a student, and I don't think anybody on my team would ever want to do that either. And so at CMC, what we will be doing is we would be hiring someone from that pool to
Ah,
represent students. Yeah.
that's a
And
great resource. I was not
that's
aware of
what I
that.
know for Colorado. They're doing the same thing with the hearing officers, like rape shield law, right? The relevance of evidence, all of that stuff that we really need someone who knows that stuff to be able to run that hearing. And they're doing the same thing with that, where we could hire a hearing officer. And CMC will do that. There's no question.
That's great. It's good to
But it
be in
doesn't mean all
Colorado.
schools will.